Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Vivian, and today's I'm so excited to show you guys a new lens that I just got a few days ago. It's the new Chinese lens Yongnuo 50mm 1.4. When this lens first came, I was really interested in getting it because it's the 50mm 1.4 and it looks like the build quality is really good. 50mm 1.4 is a really popular lens to get. I mean, just the focal length, the 50mm is really popular among a lot of photographers. And like if I'm showing up to a casual event for friends or family, if I didn't know what lens to bring, I'll definitely just bring 50mm. Like if I can only bring one lens. So I was really interested in getting this lens, and this go like the aperture go to f1.4, and the price is half price from the uh, Canon 50mm 1.4 USM. So I just want to see how this lens is compared to my two other 50mm Canon lens that I already have, which is the 1.8 STM and the 1.4 USM. So as you can see, as I was unboxing this video, uh, the I can always see like the lens is bigger than the other two lenses, and when we open it as a new lens, they had a kind of a blue sticker covering the lens to protect it, and we gotta remove it, and it looks really nice build quality, and the glass is clear. um, yep. And then but the focus sound is really loud comparing to the other two um, Canon lens that I have, and I'm gonna show you guys how loud, or yeah, the sound it is when it's focusing. I thought that the focusing noise would be really annoying, but actually using it a real life, it wasn't that noisy because always surrounding there's other people around, so they won't really notice. But if I'm like shooting in reception or something, or ceremony, something that quiet, then it may be something that will be annoying to me. But I'm not sure yet because I haven't been testing in a quiet event. I just only tested outside, and here is just some picture that I just randomly took it because the leaf looks so cute, and it's look really sharp here, but I was shooting it at 2.5, and you can see all this setting on the top left corner. I actually went outside with my friends, and I asked her to be my model to test out this lens. I will link her Instagram down below. Thank you, Andrea. And here I will be using my three 50mm lens, the Canon 1.8, Canon 1.4, and this new Yongnuo 51.4 lens. As you can see here, this is with all these three lenses, and I'm gonna show you guys the video. I mean the side-by-side photo. I feel like the two Canon lens here, the color is similar, and then when it's come to the new Yongnuo lens, I think the color contrast is not as vibrant as the other two Canon lens. But then for sharpness and other thing, I think it is comparable. And I shoot everything right here in this setting, the same, exactly same shooting with autofocus and f2.8. Right here is comparing the lens that a lot of photographers already have, the Canon 50mm 1.8 and the Yongnuo, the new one that I just got. And it looks pretty similar except for a little bit color difference. And here is the comparison with those two Canon lenses, the 1.8 and 1.4. I think both two Canon lens do a little bit better than the Yongnuo lens with the color. But I think it is not a big difference because you can always adjust it in your Photoshop it or Lightroom or other filter that you use to bring up the color. As long as it's really sharp and then the color is not too off, then I think the images are also usable. And then I'm going to show you guys of shooting the same position, but it is a half body shot right now. This is the STM lens, the Canon version, also as f2.8, and this is the Yongnuo version. They are all really similar. If I don't have those info, I probably won't guess like which lens is which. Took this picture, and here is the USM lens, and the color of this lens is the best one. I think it is the winner of among all these three lenses. I really love the color from this Canon 50mm 1.4 lens. Okay, let's see some side by side. This is the two Canon lens side by side. Not much of the difference. Okay, and this is the Yongnuo with the Canon 1.8. I think the difference is like really very noticeable, and which is really good job on the Yongnuo lens here. So I use my two camera bodies, both Canon 6D full frame camera, so that I can get every setting and all the images the same setting as much as possible, so I won't be like using different camera and then comparing them. So I just want to make sure every setting is the same, and right now I'm going to show you guys with this 3 lens shooting headshot. And here's the Yongnuo lens, really sharp. I was actually really amazed how sharp this lens can give. But during shooting, I do notice that the Yongnuo lens is louder than the other two lenses, but because when we were shooting, it was really windy over there and it was a wide open area, so people, they don't really notice that. But because I was like shooting it and the camera was like right next to me, so I noticed, especially after using the two Canon lens, the Yongnuo lens is really like a lot louder than the other two lenses, but the image quality is really it's really good from this Yongnuo lens, and it really surprised me here. But again, I say like this is the unedited picture, and the Canon lens is a bit more colorful, vibrant than the Yongnuo lens. And you see I didn't do any skin correction, and on the Canon version it's more closer to my models, my friends' real skin tone, which is more tan. And the Yongnuo one, she was losing a little bit color here, and she looked a little bit more pale, or not as tan as her real person look like. So I will give a thumb up to the Canon lens here. And right now I'm gonna show you guys you change the setting to a wider aperture. Every lenses I'll be using is at f1.8. And at the end, I'm gonna show you guys those two Yongnuo and my Canon USM lens at 1.4, and won't be using the STM because the STM lens doesn't go down to 1.4. And here I wish I bring up the shutter speed more so that it doesn't look as too bright here. So this is the first time I use this lens, and I think I can do better next video, but I was so excited to show you guys this lens and my first time using it and the comparison. And as you can see, even with the same setting, and I can still see like really big difference with the color. Surely the Canon has a better color performance than the Yongnuo lens. But I was actually surprised how the USM lens didn't, the Canon 50mm 1.8 USM didn't have a good performance with it when it is in his full body shots um, or in the autofocus mode when it's getting wider aperture. And here I'm going to show you guys the half body shot instead of the full body. Hopefully the images will get sharper. And this is the STM lens. I feel like if you can only get one lens on your first prime lens, you must get the Canon 50mm 1.8 as your first prime lens. This was my first prime lens. There was a lot of people first prime lens. It was really good on the budget, and the picture quality is really good. So if you're not sure if you want to get the pay a little money and get this 50mm 1.4, or get the other brand, not the Canon but like Sigma or Yongnuo, whatever, then I will suggest go with the Canon 1.8 STM. Okay, here with my 50mm 1.4 lens, it didn't get in focus. But with the Yongnuo lens, let's see, it was sharp and in focus comparing to my other two 50mm lens here in the Canon. I guess I shot a little bit closer with the Yongnuo lens, so next time I gotta mark down my spot so that I can be in the same spot shooting with the half body or full body shot, whatever. So make sure the setting is more the same. And here gonna show you guys the headshot with this Canon 1.8 STM. This is the new Yongnuo lens, still really sharp. I'm just amazed. I mean, if you want to try something new, if you want to go with other brand but Canon, this is a really good lens to go with on a budget, on a first budget prime lens here. And here is the 1.8 USM lens. This Yongnuo lens just seems like it's a good good lens in between these two lens. I really like the how fast it get focused. It's actually focused really fast. It's just a little bit noisy if you're not shooting in always in those quiet situation. Then I'll probably go with this lens. And if you want to try something new but not the Canon lens, but if you are like more safe, you are looking for your first prime lens, first 50mm prime lens in a budget, then definitely the 1.8 STM lens. And here is like the comparison between these two lenses, and I barely notice any different, and both lenses are really sharp. And again, I think it's just a little bit of the color, and which you can easily fix when you're using your software Lightroom or any other software. I want to say I love the Canon 50mm 1.8 USM lens. The only problem with that lens for me is the autofocus. Didn't get sharp images every time that I use it, and which make me I have to like take a lot of picture, and then hopefully I'll get one sharp if I use it for autofocus without the time for like zooming and checking it. But overall, this lens is still a really good lens with the Canon 50mm version because of the color. But then I'm gonna show you guys here with the I only compare with the 1.4 right now, because the STM doesn't go to 1.4. And if you can notice, the background is more smooth here with the 50mm, I mean with the Yongnuo 50mm lens at f1.4, and here is the USM lens. If you notice, the background is, I mean the bokeh, or what do you guys call the bokeh, or the background is a little bit, not a little bit, I think it was like a lot more not as smooth, more it's just a lot comparing to the other one f1.4. The Yongnuo one is more smooth, and the Canon is not as smooth. I'm just zooming and see, you see all this tree thing. The Canon one is a lot busier. Yeah, that's the word I want to use. Yeah, busier than the other one, and which sometimes I don't mind about it. Sometimes I do like the busy background, but like sometimes, but most of the time I do like the smooth and creamy background, and as smooth as possible, not as, doesn't seem as busy. And here I'm gonna show you guys a little bit closer shot as the half body, or just a closer one with the same setting with two lenses. Okay, if you just ask me without, you know, uh, all this information, I probably cannot really tell which lens is which unless I zoom into the background. Okay, this is the shot that I don't mind having the busy background. Just show you guys how the busy background can sometimes be nice. Okay, and here I just really cannot tell like when I zoom out. But when you zoom in, you can really tell the difference because of how the bokeh looks like. And this is the two lens at the headshot. This is first in the Yongnuo lens. And here is the USM lens, and I really didn't get it in focus, and I was kind of sad about it when I go home, and when I went home and I checked all this USM picture, and most of them wasn't in focus, and this is like the best one that I could get for you in at 1.4 here. So I guess it wasn't a fair comparison, but I did shoot them like side by side at the same shooting speed, and I just shoot like one after the other. So I guess there's something to do with the autofocus. Hey, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I can say that the this new Yongnuo lens really amazing. It's really amazing and really surprised me at the nice build quality and the fast focus, autofocus, and how sharp the images is. The color is a little bit off than the other Canon lens, but it's easy fix when you are doing your editing. And the noise wasn't a big issue when you're shooting outdoor or somewhere there are already, you know, rain or people talking, then you can't hear those noise. But I won't recommend using this lens when you're shooting a really quiet ceremony or whatever, because it can be kind of distracting. And for the price, it is around I think I got it around 170 something US dollar, and which is a really good price for a 50mm 1.4. So I strongly recommend you getting this lens if you want to get your first 50mm prime lens. And you can, I would say, either getting the 1.8 STM lens or the new Yongnuo lens, and both will give you really good result. Yeah, so if you guys have any question, feel free to let me know. Please give the video a like and subscribe my channel, and I will be using this lens and maybe do some more video and yeah, and show you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and have a good day. Bye.